and welcome to the inaugural episode of what I'm planning to call the Fresh Finds Podcast, where every episode I'll sit down with someone and discuss their fresh finds in music. That can either be new releases, songs that we've recently discovered from lesser-known artists, or simply a classic we've rediscovered that's worth talking about. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me today is a good friend of mine from college, Mr. Tyler Quinn.
Hi.
All right, so this is the first episode. We're going to see how it goes. I might end up changing up the format, maybe doing more or less songs, depending on if I feel like this runs too long or not long enough. But I think I'm going to start out with the... do you want to maybe talk about your relationship with music?
Yeah, certainly.
All right.
Well, I guess it's always something I've been super duper passionate about. I mean, when I was in high school, I was always trying to find some new way to just sort of stimulate myself musically, and eventually that just sort of crossed into audio engineering, like particularly with music recording, and that sort of just exploded my passion for music, and then inevitably that led to my interest in music composition. And initially I had planned to major in music composition at Michigan State, but I quickly grew disenchanted with that once I started interviewing with them. So after that I looked at Michigan Tech and I found their sound design program, and that sort of led me to my career as it is right now. And from there I studied music in several different sort of niche avenues, and I learned not only about audio production for music, but also just like the little tiny details of music composition and how those work together to sort of provoke an emotional response in a listener. And I always
that makes sense.
Yeah, I just found those...
kind of a similar way. We've traveled similar paths. So I think that we should get into the first song. I've decided that for this episode we're going to try 5 songs per person. So I'm going to start out with mine to get us started. So this is a song that I found a couple of days ago. It's called Sue by No Suits. And... I do want to give a quick disclaimer first, which is that due to copyright and fair use, and also just wanting to support the artists, we will not be playing the songs on the podcast, but in the description or in a comment or however I end up doing it, I will be linking to a Spotify playlist and a YouTube playlist where you can find the songs to listen along if you want to open them up in a new tab. So let's start out with the first song.